While much of the mortgage process is handled by the lender, the buyer plays a critical and active role in ensuring the transaction moves forward without delays. From completing the initial application to maintaining financial consistency during escrow, a buyer's timely actions or inactions can be the difference between closing on time and facing contract cancellation. Real estate licensees are not loan officers, but they are expected to understand the borrower's responsibilities well enough to educate, guide, and coordinate throughout the escrow period. Initial steps in the loan process: pre-qualification and pre-approval. Before house hunting begins, the buyer should pursue either pre-qualification, an informal estimate based on self-reported information; pre-approval, a formal review including document verification and credit pull. Buyers should expect to provide income details, asset information, credit score authorization, loan application, Form 1003. The standard mortgage application is known as the Uniform Residential Loan Application, URLA, or Form 1003. Buyers must disclose employment history, monthly income and expenses, assets and liabilities, property information once in escrow. Real estate. Tip: agents should verify that the buyer has submitted a full application within 5 days of contract acceptance, as required by the Arizona Realtors, R. Residential Resale Purchase Contract, lines 57-74. Required documentation. To move forward with underwriting, buyers must provide document purpose 2, years of tax returns, plus W-2s or 1099s, verifies stable income history, recent pay stubs, shows current earnings, bank statements, last 60 days, confirms available funds for down payment and reserves, government-issued photo ID, confirms identity gift letter if receiving financial help, states that funds are not loans, explanations for large deposits, required for compliance and to detect undisclosed loans or income sources. Ongoing responsibilities. During escrow. Once under contract, buyers must stay financially stable and responsive throughout the escrow period. Respond promptly to lender requests. Underwriters often issue conditional approvals, requiring the borrower to provide additional documents. Delays in satisfying these conditions can push back closing. Example: a buyer delays submitting an updated pay stub for 5 days. The loan remains in suspense, delaying the clear to close and putting the transaction at risk. Avoid major financial changes. Critical don'ts. During escrow, don't open new credit cards or auto loans. Don't make large purchases, e.g. furniture or appliances. Don't switch jobs or employers without speaking to the lender first. Real-world example: a buyer finances a new car before closing. Their DTI, debt-to-income ratio, rises above allowable limits, and their loan is denied 2 days before closing. Maintain open communication. Buyers should keep in touch with their lender and real estate agent. Alert the lender about any financial changes. Read and respond to all correspondence, including updated loan status updates, LSUs. Arizona Realtors, R. Purchase Contract, lines 57-74. These lines define the buyer's obligation to provide loan status updates and secure loan approval. Failure to comply can result in seller cancellation and loss of earnest money. Deadlines and time-sensitivity loan processes are governed by tight contractual deadlines. Loan contingency deadlines. If the buyer cannot meet financing deadlines, such as delivering a loan commitment or LSU, they risk breaching the contract, losing the home, forfeiting the earnest deposit. Best practice: agents should calendar the key dates. Loan application deadline, typically 5 days after acceptance. Loan approval, often within 25 days. Closing date, often 30 days from acceptance. Agent's role in supporting borrower. Educate buyers early. Set expectations at the buyer consultation or first showing appointment. Provide a checklist of documents needed for loan application. Explain the importance of avoiding new debt. Discuss the risks of delays. Track contract dates and milestones. Use a transaction checklist or CRM system to monitor. Loan status updates. Appraisal completion. Final loan approval. Clear to close. Coordinate with the lender. With the buyer's permission. Check in with the loan officer weekly. Ask whether any conditions remain outstanding. Confirm that the closing disclosure has been issued at least 3 business days prior to closing. TRID requirement. Advise, don't direct. Do not tell the buyer which loan product to choose, what to claim on their tax return, how to resolve credit issues. Refer to lender or financial advisor. AAC R428-1101H. Agents must not perform services they are not competent to provide, such as giving loan advice without understanding the full process. Legal and ethical considerations. Rule or statute summary. AAC R428-1101A. And B. Agents must act fairly, protect the client's interest, and use reasonable care, especially when discussing financing timelines. AAC R428-1101H. Do not give advice in areas where you lack expertise, such as underwriting or interest rate guidance. ARS Paragraph 32-2153B 3. Agents can be disciplined for failure to properly assist or inform their clients, especially about financial matters that affect contract performance. AZ Realtors R. Purchase contract. Lines 57-74. Buyer must apply for financing in good faith, provide updates, and satisfy loan terms, or risk cancellation. Buyer accountability drives the transaction forward. Real estate professionals play a supporting role in the loan process, but the buyer's responsibilities are foundational to closing success. By educating and guiding buyers, agents can reduce surprises, prevent breaches, and deliver a smooth experience. As a licensee, your role is to clearly explain buyer loan responsibilities, track milestones and ensure compliance with contract terms, communicate proactively with the lender, stay within legal boundaries while protecting your client's interests. Statutory and compliance reference. Recap, Rule Statute Application AAC R428-1101A, B, H. Act fairly, use reasonable care, and do not exceed your expertise. ARS Paragraph 32-2153B 3. Misleading or failing to guide the buyer properly can result in license discipline. AZ Realtors R. Contract. Lines 57-74. Clearly outlines the buyer's obligations to secure financing and meet deadlines.